exercise. And we need at least 30 minutes of exercise for 5 days of the week. So on average, 150 minutes per week. Now you can save up and do it all on the weekend if you have a bad week, but it's healthier if you make time, at least 30 minutes of dedicated exercise. And you don't necessarily have to join a gym. You can walk, right? Many of our smartphones have these step counters, right? So if your phone is on you all the time, it will add up the steps. So by the time you get home in the afternoon, check how many steps you've done, deduct it from 10,000. So if you've done 2,500, that means you need to do 7,500. So you cannot get into bed until you've done 10,000 steps. So you put on a tracksuit, your shorts or trackies, get into the street, around the house, in your yard, in the house even. Watch TV and walk. Right? But do not get into 10,000 steps a day is sufficient exercise for most of us. Right? But must be brisk. Fast, slow, fast, slow. Vary the intensity, upper step, down steps, whatever the case is. And that's free. You don't have to get out of the house. You don't have to get out of your yard. You don't even need to join a gym.
The dangers around energy drinks, Doc? Because I hear a lot of people say, you must stop drinking that stuff to other people.
There is no place for energy drinks at all. All right? You drink a sufficient amount of water if you're getting your fruit. Energy drinks are usually loaded with one of two things or both, sugar and caffeine.
Sure.
Both are extreme. There is no point in doing 30 minutes of exercise, coming to the house, drinking an energy drink. You've undone all the harm. You've just replenished all those calories that you've just burnt. And then you want to know, how come I still feel tired, or why am I not losing any weight?
Reggie, ek en jy het gebed nodig van ek oefen nie baie nie en iemand drink baie.
You can't wake up and drink an energy drink to get you through the
Yes, like, okay, right, okay.
Gaan ons belê en laat staan.
Ek het nou klaar die gat van my gegrawe en ingeval, so is fyn. 19 minutes before 8, Dr. Marlon McKay is here. 071 425 9577. Getting to your questions shortly.
Hi, this is Dr. Marlon McKay. Catch me every Tuesday morning on Medical Tuesdays on Kofifi 97.2. Where I'll try and answer all your medical-related questions. Yes, that's Medical Tuesdays between 7:30 and 8 a.m. on Kofifi FM 97.2, where it all began.
Visit Dr. Marlon Surgeries at 109 Goldman Street in Florida, and you can contact him on 011-672-2129 or 3057.
All right, you're more than welcome to call Dr. Marlon McKay. We'd like to hear your voice. 087-2300-972. That's 087-2300-972. Drop us an SMS. Hashtag PDoc, height, weight, age, question, 071-425-9577. Good morning, PDoc. Please advise, what can I drink to prevent arthritis or any bone-related disease? Thank you, Chantel.
Exercise, all right? Keep your weight down. Don't smoke. Eat a good, healthy diet that contains lots of calcium, lots of magnesium, lots of zinc. Make sure your vitamin D levels are fine, all right? Then, as we get older, we may want to supplement, all right? It's very difficult to prevent arthritis. Osteoarthritis is a wear and tear phenomenon. So it literally starts the day you stand up and start to walk, which is when you're a toddler, all right? From any time from 9 months, a year onwards, all right? And the rate of decline in your joints and in your bones is relative to the amount of weight that you're carrying around, whether you're smoking, and your level of activity. Okay, so all those things are going to impact. But later on, if you want to, then there are very, very good vitamin D supplements, vitamin and things that have calcium and magnesium. There's a whole host of them. I'm not too much of a fan of these tablets that say they will slow down or prevent osteoarthritis, because, as I said, it's part of life. But some of them, do a little bit. But there's no one thing that you can drink that will make sure you do not get osteoarthritis.
Good morning, PDoc. I have low blood pressure. My vitamin B12 very low and still weak. What can I use to build me up? And on something about vitamin B multivitamin injection.
Yeah, so I would be very concerned as to why the vitamin B12 levels are low. That means you may have a gastrointestinal condition called atrophic gastritis or pernicious anemia, All right, so that may be a medical condition. All right. And my question is always, how do you know that you have a vitamin B12 deficiency? Did the doctor just tell you? Did you read it up and Google it? Or have you physically had a blood test to confirm it? Because if you've had a blood test to confirm it, then you must have a disease, all right, a medical condition. And then in terms of raising your your vitamin B12 levels, there are injections that you need to have. It works much quicker than the tablets. We usually say 1 a week for a month, and then once a month for life to replace it. Low blood, there's nothing much you can do. We don't have pills for it, all right? It's not a serious thing. You just get a bit dizzy when you wake up in the morning, when you get up too quickly. And so we usually advise just awareness. Licorice tends to help. Some peppermint tends to help as well. And then, of course, don't skip meals so that you don't become dehydrated.
All right, Doc, we're focusing on living a healthy lifestyle. Doc mentioned exercise. Can too much exercise be bad? And when are you exercising too much?
Yeah, so too much of anything can be a problem. Okay, so firstly, there are very, very, very few people in our society who really exercise, who don't exercise, or over exercise, or exercise too much. All right, so there are always those limits of guidelines. There's a lot of variables. So if you're doing 2 to 3 hours of exercise per day, if you have that amount of time, and there are 1 or 2 people who have it. If you're spending more than 2 to 3 hours in the gym every day, 5 to 6 days a week, I think that can be a problem. Obviously, if sport is if you are a professional sportsman, that's different because it's goal orientated. But if you are just a normal average person with a normal job and a normal family, there are risks of over exercising. And of course, if it's not under guidance by a professional a trainer or instructor, you can get into trouble. So yes, too much can also be a problem.
P-Doc, my height is 2.5.
2.5?
Sorry, 2.1. 2.1.
Even
Still
2.1
tall,
yesterday.
still
That's
tall,
tall.
yeah. Well, my weight is 133 kgs. I'm 42 on HBP meds. What is the next step in treating cirrhosis if the prescribed ointment lotion no longer works effectively?
I think you meant psoriasis.
Yeah, psoriasis.
Cirrhosis is a condition of the liver.
Oh.
Psoriasis is an autoimmune condition of the skin. Right? So what is the question about the psoriasis?
What's the next
step if
the ointment doesn't work?
Okay, so there are different types of ointments. So if you are using one, and I would have loved to know which ointment you're using, because some of the ointments are not prescribed or not indicated for psoriasis specifically. So there are different types of ointments and different potencies of ointments, so we can change that. And then there's also what we call systemic treatment, tablets that you can take to treat and prevent and control psoriasis. Right? So there are always some options available. The only thing we can't offer you is a cure, but we can offer to control it. So there are quite a whole host of medications that are available, in different ointments, different strengths, and then pills as well.
All right, Doc. Water and the importance of drinking water. And Doc always emphasizes too much water can also be bad. And I think you cannot emphasize that. No.
But again,
when are we
again, not many people. Our major problem is that we don't drink enough water. We tend to drink only when we're thirsty. All right, so we have to be careful of that. Also, it's a myth that you need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. That's also a problem. You need to drink according to your body's demands. So on average, look, if you're sitting in an office, you're not in the sun, you're not really burning up much calories, you're not going to get thirsty. So you need to physically have water next to you and drink. I would probably say a liter to 1.5. Now you get some people who are drinking 3 to 4 liters of water. That's way too much. All right, and you can overhydrate yourself, which can cause serious brain damage. So one has to be careful of that as well. All right.
Maak ons onsself dom as ons koffie drink, because van ons
In
in ons
place of-
gedagte in plek van
You-
water.
Absolutely, because coffee acts as a diuretic. Okay, so it actually makes you lose water. So when we talk about water intake, we are talking specifically about clear fluids, water. And also a good way of judging it is by looking at your urine. When you go to the bathroom and your urine is virtually the color of the water, you are overhydrated. If it's dark yellow, you are underhydrated. So it must be a nice pale light yellow color to show that you are fairly well hydrated. So don't overdo it, but definitely don't underhydrate.
Okay, a 17-year-old got advice at some gym. Do stay tuned.
Visit Dr. Marlin Surgeries at 109 Goldman Street in Florida, and you can contact him on 011 672 2129 or 3057.
You're also more than welcome to call Dr. Marlon McKay on 087 2300 972.
Sorry, before
Yes?
you do that, and a good tip is also just to drink a nice glass of cold water before a meal.
Before a meal. What does
What
that
does
do?
that do? Well, it just settles everything and also can prevent you from overeating. It tends to fill you, so you start off. Because the problem is we tend to gobble our food down, then you're thirsty and you reach for something sweet, a sugar-sweetened beverage.
Ja, ek doen
You
dit.
see, so now you've had a whole plate of rice, pap, potatoes, and a roti, a piece of chicken, and some veggies.
Ja.
Loaded with starch. And now you look for a sugar-sweetened beverage. So you're easily eating 1.5 to 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
And then you're so tired, you're going to lay on the couch and then you're going to sleep. So unhealthy, okay?
Is dit ook 'n groot risiko as jy nadat jy geëet het water drink, want dit is wat ons ook doen. Ons eet
No,
dan
it's
gooi
not,
ons
that's not a
water
problem.
by.
As long as it's water and not a sugar-sweetened beverage. So
Okay.
I just like it's a good tip to drink a glass of water beforehand, makes you eat a little less.
Maakt
It's
sin.
healthier and prepares the way, and then water afterwards. But this sugar-sweetened beverages after that, go and lay down on the couch, fall asleep, and then you wake up choking because you have so much heartburn.
Why is it when I drink water, Doc, I drink water, and then I'm almost bloated for a while, but then the hunger which strikes about 20 minutes later, that shaking hunger. What happens there?
No, that's not the
What
water.
is it?
That's just you.
It's me.
That's
But always
It's
when
an
I drink
excuse to
water.
eat.
Dis die wurm in jou
It's an
maag.
excuse. It's an excuse for you not to drink water or an excuse to eat.
Okay.
You're the only one with that, Rich.
In the whole world.
It's the same like these people, doctor, please do not tell me to eat breakfast because the moment I eat breakfast, then I starve the whole
Whole
day.
day.
And I eat. Nonsense.
But they're right.
Eat breakfast.
It is when you have breakfast, that metabolism is like, you want to eat the whole day, especially in weather like this. Good morning, Doc and team. My daughter is 17 years old. She joined the gym and someone told her to drink protein shakes. I do not agree. Your opinion, please.
Okay, so that's a quite a controversial thing. It depends on the type of workout that you're having, and it depends on the type of protein shake. So you get good ones and bad ones, all right? And I'm always skeptical of those that are advertised in the gyms because it's from who's selling it, what is in there, what is their motive. So you need to have good nutritional guidance. But if you are having a good solid workout, there are very good shakes that you can use intra-workout, during the workout, and a good muscle replenishment or muscle rebuild type shake that you can use immediately after gym. I use that. I have a post-workout protein low-carb shake. You really have to know your story, and someone without any bias has to guide you. In other words, it's very difficult to listen to the person who's selling it to tell you how good or how bad it may be. You need to know how many carbohydrates are in there. Okay, so you do get good ones, but you can get some seriously dangerous ones out there.
Hoekom moet jy jou proteïene vervang as jy oefen?
Because especially if you're doing heavy workout, you can break down muscle. In your effort to burn up calories and break down fat, you can also damage your muscle tissue, especially heavy impact. Okay, and so in order to help you to recover quickly in between workouts. So say if you're gymming virtually every day, every second day, you need to be better and your muscles need to have recovered quicker for the next workout. And so it's just a muscle replenishment and a muscle rebuild.
Okay. Living a healthy lifestyle. Best way to protect and look after your skin, Doc?
Well, there's a lot of ways. I mean, I can talk for 30 minutes of that, all right? On that.
Yeah.
Again, the best way is not to smoke. What gives us out? Look up, you see, are we live?
Yeah, yes,
are we
yes,
live?
yeah,
Are
yeah.
we
They're
live?
into
Look at
the
my
camera.
skin, okay?
Right.
I'm not bragging on my skin, but you need the best thing you can do for your skin and prevent wrinkles and prevent disfigurement. Drink water, stay out of the sun, and do not smoke. The biggest cause of wrinkles is cigarette smoke.
Sure.
Okay, chronic dehydration and damage, solar damage or damage to the sun. Okay, so it works. Water works for so many things. All right.
Sure.
And obviously, if you have acne as a youngster, make sure it gets treated properly to prevent scarring and stop What do the young girls love
Ja,
to do?
hulle
Blackheads en-
Ja,
druk
de
die goed
blackheads
uit,
druk het
dan
uit.
Ja, so vel.
Some get a thrill.
Gaten.
Some get some thrill when they see someone. Oh,
Yes.
come quickly.
Ons het daarvan gepraat, nee, onthou jy?
Yes.
Mense wat dit net wil
Words.
uitdruk as hulle dit sien.
It leads to scarring. It leads
Ja.
to
Oh, my
scarring.
word.
Okay.
P-Doc, goeiemôre. Almal, ek is op Eltrosin, underactive thyroid en eisterpille. Nou wil ek net weet, ek het soos 'n donker ring, ek het 'n donker ring om my nek en ek wil net weet is dit dalk te doen met my thyroid. Ek het die dokter enige help vir my, dankie, en ek waardeer dit baie. Tash.
Probably not. If you do have, people get these darkening of the skin around the neck with cracks. So if you look in between the cracks, it's clear, and then the darkness here, it looks almost like scurvy, and people tell you, no, don't you scrub your neck. That is a medical condition, a sign called acanthosis nigricans. And Google that, acanthosis nigricans. It is usually a sign of insulin resistance. So you find in someone who's overweight, all right, and they have elevated sugar levels, and they are at high risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
Sure.
All right. So Google and look at the images of acanthosis nigricans. Very, very important clue that you are on your way to type 2 diabetes, and you need to lose weight urgently.
Visit Dr. Marlin Surgeries at 109 Goldman Street in Florida, and you can contact him on 011-672-2129 or 3057.
Doc, Michelle weet hoe weet 'n mens jy het 'n tekort aan Vitamiin D?
Blood test. The only way. Only way to know is by having a blood test.
So daar's geen simptome nie.
Some patients present with, if it's really, really deficient, if your levels are very, very low, bone pain, ankle pain, you can't battle to walk, low back pain, and everything's fine. Especially if you find it's a younger person, they're not really crippled from arthritis, and they're complaining of this pain in the bones and pain in muscle. Check your vitamin D levels, and you usually find that it's extremely low. And you pump them with vitamin D, and the pain goes away. So without any painkillers, all right? So the only clue, the only way of knowing whether your vitamin D levels are low is to physically have a blood test. So you must check those. Specifically ask your doctor to check for vitamin D.
Okay. First time I see this
sorry,
one.
and
Yeah?
sorry, just to add to that, and if they are low, your doctor has to prescribe a high dose. So buying the normal vitamin D over the counter, maximum you'll probably find in a pill is about 400 to 800 international units. When you are vitamin D deficient, you need to be loaded with 50,000 international units per week, and then go on to at least 5,000 international units per day. So you cannot look for a over-the-counter vitamin D supplement. It's wholly inadequate, totally too little, and it needs to be supplemented at the right dose. Otherwise, you'll never build them up fast enough.
All right. Okay, if you'd like a repeat of today's show, we will post it on YouTube just to revisit what Doc was on about. So we're going to make sure that the team gets it on YouTube. Medical Tuesdays with Dr. Marlon McKay. All right. Good morning, P-Doc and team. Doctor, what is your opinion of a 14-year-old on, is it Citras or Citras for depression?
Sure.
Look, my opinion...
14-year-old.
Yes, children get depressed, guys. You know that.
Yeah.
That's why children, young people commit suicide.
Yeah, they do.
Because of untreated,
Depression.
unmanaged, unacknowledged depression.
Yes.
All right? And so if our kids are depressed, they need to be on antidepressant medication. So if the diagnosis is correct, if you have a kid who has lost interest in things that they used to enjoy doing before, feeling down, sad, lonely, irritable, moody, easily upset, doesn't list for anything, can't remember, always tired, always sleeping, not coping, feels overwhelmed, has suffered a major life-changing event like broke up with a girlfriend or the boyfriend, or failed a subject, or failed a standard, right? That's a sign of major depressive disorder, clinical depression. And there's nothing that you can do over and above medication to treat that. Yes, you can have counseling. Yes, you can, the pastor we can have prayer. Yes, we can do it. But it's a biochemical abnormality, imbalance that needs to be treated with antidepressants. So I'm 100% behind that. And I probably wrote that script, but I do that all the time. If a kid is depressed, treat the depression. Otherwise, we're going to lose that kid.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Yo, that's serious. Dr. Marlon McKay's health tip of the day coming up next.
Shalom. Kofifi Travel invites you to join us from the 4th of August to the 14th of August 2017 on our very first Holy Land experience. Be prepared for a spiritual and life-changing experience that only walking in the footsteps of Jesus Christ can give you on your visit to this ancient and holy land. Our fully guided tour to Israel includes a visit to Galilee. Be baptized in the Jordan River. Renew your wedding vows in the holy city of Cana, Jerusalem, the city of God, and many, many more, where we offer invaluable insight about the roots of Christianity. Come and experience culture, traditions, and history that exist for thousands of years.
Okay, Doc's tip of the day.
3 things: fingers, fork, feet. Fingers, don't smoke. Fork, eat properly. Feet, keep moving. Exercise.
Joe.
Thank you.
Cool.
Oh, wow. That's Dr. Marlon McKay for you. It's just gone 8 and it's time for News Donkey Doctor. Back again next week, Tuesday, between 7:30 and 8.
Kofifi FM News.
Top stories at the hour 8 with myself, Chantal Wilson, for Kofifi FM 97.2. Good morning. In our headlines for this morning, South African baby porn accused admits guilt, Gauteng, the province of choice.